So I thought of something last night that completely shifted my perspective, and that is there will never be enough time. Never ever.
Actually, I did have a team member resign today. The more you lean into your ability to address challenging questions, the more trust you build. Structuring was losing $300,000 a month.
Things that we've done is created these little cards. Do you like to see?
So everybody give a big hand to Natalie, Dawson.
Today have already answered 45 emails. It's 7 o'clock in the morning. I still have a bunch of things I haven't done. There's 2 legal agreements that are awaiting my review. There's a team deck that I haven't prepared for. There's a ladies event tonight. There's never going to be enough time to do all of the things, but you do create time for the things that are most important. And for me, the most important stuff gets done. And the way I know that the most important stuff gets done is I look at the main things that matter in my life. For me, the main things that matters are my businesses growing, is my relationship doing well, are we communicating, are we having fun, are we still appreciating each other, are the things that I care about actually happening? I continue to say yes to that, but I never feel like I get all of the things done. So I want to take you with me through a week in the life, because one thing that I'm good at is getting a lot of things done in a very little amount of time. But I would be lying if I said, oh, I just get everything done always that should get done. And what I've learned after growing this business and operationalizing this business and the businesses that we work with our clients, it's you will never feel like you're getting it all done, and it's never going to feel like a success. Because this week, for me, is wild. Today we have this series of calls, and then there's a ladies event, because I decided 2 weeks ago, hey, I haven't hung out with our female leaders, and it's Mother's Day this upcoming month, so let's schedule something. Right now is all about getting ready as quickly as possible so that I can actually get to the office. And when I get to the office, it's freaking game time. One of my favorite things about doing my makeup in the morning is I have this little device, this contraption here. It's my PEMF contraption. So I turn it on and then hit vitality. There's 3 options: tranquility, stability, and vitality. I don't need tranquil and I don't need stable. So I hit this. It only takes me 15 minutes to get ready. So I hit that for 15 minutes and it allows me to habit stack. Normally, when I'm not talking to video cameras, workout stuff and then we'll roll. There's nothing I love more than working in the morning in my house. Now, I like my office. I'm so happy that we have the office that we have. But the moments of silence that I get just hammering out emails, creating decks, clarifying concepts right here on the floor next to my handy dandy little heater. It's my favorite place ever. It's just this is me doing the work that I love to do and getting shit done. But what's funny about this space is I've had this office now we've almost lived here for 4 years. Not until last week did I have photos in these frames. It's been 3.5 years and these have been empty like this. I don't beat myself up over stuff like this. I just fix it when I can fix it, handle it when I can handle it. If I can't handle it, I know that I'm focused on other things that are really important. And most of the time for 3.5 years, the business has been more important than photo frames. And now that they're there, they make me so happy and I enjoy it. But it wasn't the right thing for me to do for 3.5 years. So didn't get done. In the morning, I literally mean every morning starts with a daily LT meeting. We go through stats, we go through what happened yesterday, and we go through win. And then we go into our daily leadership team meeting, because based off of the stats from the daily LT meeting, we talk about important topics. Part of my setup during the daily L team is coffee is already on my desk. I have my electrolytes that I drink throughout the day, and I turn on my heater. The heater goes like this, and as soon as the feet are heated, I slip on the slippers. Slippers go right next to the heater because there's no need to be in 4-inch heels all day long.
You wouldn't be That didn't make it any better. So one of my rules is if I'm in a meeting, I'm participating in the meeting. I'm turning my camera on, I'm smiling, I'm showing engagement, but I'm also in the freaking chat. If you have virtual meetings, you gotta be in the chat. So I like put little emojis in there and I just communicate with my team. And your ability to communicate with your team actually allows your team to feel like they can communicate back with you. They can bring things to you that might be difficult because they understand that you care. And it's these little things that you can do every single day that will make your business run more smoothly because you're showing that you're present, you're available, and you are there to help solve problems.
Good morning, team. We are 6 days into the month of May.
It is time for my first client call of the day. There are 90 clients. We are talking about leadership challenges I'm overcoming in leadership, things that they're working through in their leadership, and how I can help be a resource, give them tips, tricks, tools, stories, etc., so that they can grow their businesses. So, client call time. Guys, leadership is a trip. You don't know what you don't know. I know we say this a lot, but you know, it's fun for me because of change and figuring out how we navigate that change.
Just thoroughly enjoyed this platform process. Our profitability has improved from last year to Q1 through focusing on the right things through y'all's leadership.
Okay, I am a handful of minutes late. I don't like being late to our leadership team because that's a really bad example, but I just got off of some legal calls, which were great, finalizing contracts. But now it is time to make intentional time to be with our leaders. Relationships are everything. So I'm putting my phone away, no more social media, none of that. I'm just gonna be in person with my lady leaders making lipstick. It's kind of fun, super awesome, very fun actually. Let's go. One of the things that we've done is created these little cards. Do you like to see lipstick?
Oh, yes.
Cute, right? Okay, the lipstick is complete. I feel complete too. This was such a spectacular use of time. I do have to go get back to work and finish some things up, but I feel so full, and being able to spend this time with other female leaders talking about challenges, connecting with our team is just literally the greatest thing ever. Like, I'm on this high, I'm like floating on out of here. And my lipstick I'm pretty excited about. What do you think about the color? I like the color. I'm gonna wear it tomorrow for the rest of the week. I like it. So I have this home gym. I do my arm workouts in this home gym so that I don't have to drive anywhere. It's super efficient, especially on days where I have to take the longer commute to the office. And I work out. And I work out for at least 45 minutes. I lift heavy weights. You just wouldn't know it. It's just like I'm kind of concealing my muscles, you know? And it's important to me because it makes me feel strong. It makes me feel like I'm doing something that's setting me up for the future, not just something that is getting an email done today or getting some sort of presentation or a meeting. Like, it's actually helping me be the person that I want to be. You do not get any better red light than this. So for me, normally this looks like turning this on, keeping it on for 20 minutes, and I just sit in the red light in between my sets. I just answer emails for 90 seconds, somewhere between 60 and 90 seconds, depending on the set, and then I go back to it. I love the red light bed because it helps with my skin, it helps with recovery, it helps with the production of ATP. I also use our blue, there's those things called methylene blue. It's like a big fad. A couple of years ago, I still use them because methylene blue mixed with red light every single morning, there's nothing better for your cells. And then I just keep working out. Noah, let me make it heavier so that you actually see that I can lift weights.
Oh shit, I'm just going for 40. That was rough, but I'm happy to be done. That's always the best part.
Really the best part, all the fun stuff I get to eat after the fact. Hydrogen water, the 10X Health, and Echo partnership. 10 out of 10, this bottle is ridiculous. 12 ounces, you put it in here, it makes your water infused with hydrogen. And it's equivalent to something crazy, like, this is not a claim. It's like 12 cups of water, something just ridiculous. Again, not a claim. Check the website for whatever the real claim is. This is a collaboration that we've done with Echo. So great. So I put this on for 10 minutes, make eggs, egg whites, probably sourdough bread. Gotta see what we got. And then it's time to get to work. I try to spend my moments in the morning to really be thoughtful about what I'm trying to communicate today. So knowing that I have this breakfast happening today, I'm gonna make my eggs here. I'm just gonna think about like, who's the team that's gonna be there? How am I gonna talk to them? What's an important message? If they could only get one thing from me talking to them this morning, what would be the one thing that I'd want them to leave with that they feel like, oh, this was really impactful. That is one of my tips. I ask people for feedback constantly. There's always something that you can do to improve. So that's where I'm at. Re-education. This is the scope and knowing where
You do your Apple ID. I just need to let Leslie know so they can find this to your email address.
At boardroom, there should be a process behind the
It
boardroom.
does make sense to call him he himself.
So I have a leadership meeting every single Tuesday for the last 6 years in this business. We go over wins. If you're not connecting with your team about wins and what's working and what's going well, it's really easy to just get stuck in the freaking shit. So it's wins, and then we always go over metrics. We don't talk about anything, no new projects, no new ideas, no issues until we've gone over the metrics, and then we go into our key projects for the whole year, and they're broken out by quarters. We use the OKR methodology, objectives, and key results, and the majority of the meeting is actually spent on those three things.
What's the worst thing that's happened today?
The worst thing that's happened today, actually I did have a team member resign today. You know, it's for good reasons, so that's always sad. Okay, so the morning first starts with water. Very serious about water around here. We have like a whole little station back here for how we do water. So I take the water, I use a hydrogen water bottle. This thing is sick, just came out. And I put my water in here for about 10 minutes to let it hydrogenate. Hydrogenate. Get all the hydrogenation in the hydrogenate. Listen. So first thing I do is always drink water first. I try to drink the water before the coffee. Now on days when I just, have makeup done very early, sometimes I need coffee first, but I really try to get the water in first. As the water is watering, we got 10 minutes for the water to water. I hold off on the coffee. I didn't this morning because, I'm not a perfect person, but I'm now a caffeinated person. While that does that whole thing, I come back here, I have my supplements. All my supplements are perfectly portioned. I'm trying to gain muscle right now. So I have specific supplements for 5-amino MQ, I think is what this one is for, is called muscle. I'm also starting to take DHEA. This dissolves under my tongue. And I'm low on iron, so I'm eating more steak, but I'm also supplementing with iron. I take these in the morning and then start to feel great. I've already noticed that I've gained more muscle. It's a little hard to tell for the average person. I know I've gained more muscle since I started this regimen, and I'm religious about this. I then also have a second thing of water because I take our 10x hydrogen and I mix that with naked creatine so I can continue all of the muscle building, because you watch 6 months from now, you're gonna have a crap ton of muscle. You just watch. And it's only because I take the stuff. My husband and I take turns in our red light bed. Our red light bed is in our garage. It's so great because I can do an arm workout in my gym, and in between sets I can just sit in the red light bed, habit stacking, just try to get all of it as fast as possible. And then he just likes to hang out in there, and he gets to hang out there longer than I do.
I like to use a red light bed. Keeps me healthy, keeps me feeling great, keeps me charged for the day.
Healthy, wealthy, and wise. Mm-hmm. What do you take for the red light bed?
I drink my methylene blue. I do it a half hour before I get in the red light bed.
Mm-hmm.
And I mix it with a little bit of hydration.
Don't take mine.
Or my electrolytes, one or the other. And then a half hour after I drink my methylene blue, I go lay down in my red light bed.
What is it like waking up next to me every morning?
It's awesome, but you snore.
This is lies.
And what happens is I struggle sleeping.
When you're with somebody for 10 years, this is what you learn. You watch their face when they lie. Watch this.
I struggle sleeping because you snore so much. But it's a cue snore. And I've been practicing.
Every night.
I mean, I work on it so that it's effective.
It's effective. This is one of the fun things between us. He loves a brand.
I love, no. I love our brand.
It's like everything. I'm a little bit more subtle. I No, I'm a millennial. I like things that feel like I take things out of containers to put them in things that don't have brands on them.
That's
I
because
love
it
our
doesn't
brand.
have our brand on it.
No,
If it had our brand, we would be proud of it. And it would
I
be
love
in the
our
container.
brand. Listen, I already talked about all the things I love with our brand, so like, don't come at me. But like, I don't happen to have one here.
Okay. Well, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna start my morning off
He's gonna
right.
go in our branded red light bed.
To next health, baby.
Okay, but like all jokes aside, I love getting to work with him. He and I work very differently. I am structured, I am up early, I am just like kicking ass, taking names before the day starts. He likes a slower morning, but he is like a night owl, and the relationships that he is able to build because he loves going out to dinner and hosting people and really building relationships, really having connections with people, make us very powerful. There's two of us working towards the same mission, but we get both ends of it. And so being on this team, being a part of this company is fascinating because you have like one group of people that's just like effective on both sides. And that's rare. Most of the time, the CEOs that we work with, the leaders that we work with, like do one or the other really well. They're either super visionary and have a lot of relationships, but they don't have somebody to structure and make sure it all goes well. It is time to get dressed, supplements taken, water, drink. And today I try to dress nice on event days. So when I'm just like going into the office, I want to be able to walk on the treadmill. I want to be able to not have to look as nice. I still always wear heels. I never don't wear heels to the office, maybe once a year. So I pick out something normally pants first. Like if I'm in a dress or if I'm in uncomfortable pants, that like sets the mood, the tone for the day. So I do pants first, depending on if it's a comfy day, might be leather leggings. If it's like a really comfy day, it might be black jeans. Today, I don't know. Let's figure it out.
That's awesome, thank you.
That's what I thought was cheesy about those videos. Like, he cared so much about putting on. Okay, so this leadership training is about to kick off. Here's my challenge. I need to make sure that all 60 of our leaders are prepped and ready for role play. Because if they're not prepped and ready for role play, in theory they should be prepped and ready always for role play. But Brandon, my husband, who is like the role play ninja, he will like cut you up, slice you out. He does this with business owners every single day. He's never done this with our team members. We've never role played like this. We role play certain sales objections. We role play client scenarios, but not team scenarios. So my job, that I'm a little bit nervous about, is how do I ensure that the team feels totally confident so that that isn't potentially embarrassing, so that doesn't create a problem where it's like so obvious that imagine one of our senior leaders isn't actually very good at having these conversations and it plays out in front of the entire room of leaders.
Well, like, I already know who you are. I've done all my observing. Like, I know the data well enough that I have to like boil it down to have more of a direct conversation.
Really, we don't have 2 minutes. We have like 5 minutes. But if you tell people 5 minutes, they're going to take 10 minutes. So 2 minutes.
Time for you guys are the most. So we're in Dawson since
Okay, silly me, I forgot that this is not just a normal day at the office. The beginning of the day is a normal day at the office, aka one-on-one day, but we have a whole group of people coming here for our vertical summit. So this is not like necessarily comfy. This is the vibe for this particular office day. We got this blazer, love a black blazer moment. This one is from Saint Laurent. These leather leggings, I love a leather legging, are from Wardrobe NYC, and the shoes are from Saint Laurent. But let's be real honest, I will be putting on slippers for the majority of the day because I can't do the heels all day, I just can't. So anywho, gotta get to the office. Bye. My brother eats Chipotle 10 times a week, and he has done this for 10 to 15 years. How many meals is that at Chipotle? That has to be 10,000 meals. Insane.
So good.
She is the president of Cardone Ventures. Everybody give a big hand to Natalie, Dawson.
We're a family. Isn't it sometimes embarrassing? Like, I don't watch enough Disney. I was like, oh my people rated this. I hear they're gonna get a lot of time. What do you guys are staying for the next 3 days?
investment pitch. I'm excited about it. I've been interested in this company for a while, and they reached out. That's always the best way. Never reach out first. Always let them reach out. And they've reached out, and it's gonna be great because I think we're gonna put some money in. Last night I left the office at 7:45. I had a meeting with our CFO, our head of HR, just going through a bunch of things. And I was just driving home last night and like going through potential solutions and just feeling heavier than normal. I just had to remind myself that 10 years ago, I would have dreamed to have these problems. Like I literally would have thought that it was so cool that I got the opportunity to work at the office that I work at. That's my office. That is designed exactly how I would want it, that I'm staying there until 7:45 at night to work with a super competent CFO, a super competent head of HR, and my perspective just changed immediately. And I'm just gonna give myself a little bit of a pause here because I just couldn't figure out this issue, but it's just a reframe because I do remember 10 years ago when the business that I was structuring was losing $300,000 a month, and it felt just as hard in those moments driving home back then as it did last night. Like the feeling is the same, that feeling of just like, what am I gonna do? How am I gonna do this? And when you realize that it works out if you just don't quit, all of a sudden things become a lot easier. Tomorrow's gonna be a great day. It is what it is, and here we are. It's tomorrow, and today's gonna be a great day. I have a lot of people coming in. This is our biggest event in our space ever. We have to figure out show rate. We have to ensure that people have a great experience. It's hot outside, just like some factors that we were hoping weren't gonna be a problem could definitely still turn out to be a problem today. But yesterday's problems, yesterday's issues, I'm gonna leave that at yesterday. I'm gonna make today great and gotta get going. Okay, I do this weird thing where I try to only wear clothes that I need to dry clean on nice days, which like really every day is kind of a nice day. I don't know, but I only wear clothes I need to dry clean. So I have pants on that are absolutely dry clean. I try also to wear like fancier shoes on nicer days. I don't know, like it's just like, maybe this is a mentality I need to fix. But anyway, this is the fit. Really excited for today. I need to double check my slides. Haven't done that yet, but they always go well. I've given this presentation a few times, but I like to add the frills, the fun things, and just make it extra special for this group because I'm not the same person for this presentation. Nobody in the room is the same person, even if they saw the presentation last time. So I like to make changes and really reflect on what stories I have that are recent, that are fresh, based on like real life shit, real examples of challenges, of issues, of problems that I've gone through as a business owner to be able to help other business owners better navigate things. So it's time to go.
All right, it's time to go.
So this event really is people's first touch point with us. So I'm like, I just like hard charge and like start going very strong, and it takes me a little bit of a reset to be like, oh, hi, my name's Natalie, and I'm so glad you're here, and you know nothing about me, so like let me tell you a little bit about why you should listen to me, and then I can go into like slopping people around a little bit to give them the hard truth, because a lot of people just won't tell you the truth. All right, I'll see you there.
I was actually just getting ready to call Brandon. I didn't want to like wait
So meanwhile, there is an Elite Edge happening downstairs, and there's hundreds of people, but decisions still have to be made. That's kind of the weird thing about running a business is that's happening, and this is happening. So we are doing more construction because we have more space that we need to fill. We have hundreds of team members that need to go somewhere, and we keep growing so fast that we literally cannot finish space. So we're gonna go through what needs to be fixed.
And we have a live meeting to talk about
Okay.
Big moment. Biggest event.
Biggest event of your life.
You've worked for this.
Another day. Oh yes, where is it? That's gonna be too dark.
2/3 of your employees that are disengaged, you have
People that I meet sometimes we're selling like a 4-hour enthusiastic about doing hard work, strategy, and business development. If you're a small business owner doing under $10 million in revenue, you actually have a higher caliber team you create. Brand and Elena and how this whole thing starts. 10-hour shift, 12-hour shift, 8-hour shift. Here, make this a little bit better, guys. This. All right, we are officially done with the week. It is Friday night. This is my dream life. I've created this life. I love this life. This was a fantastic week. This is just a normal week. And if you too are interested in your dream life, you should check out this video because this is how I break down how to create your dream life.